Everyone, happy Monday off the rail sports with Bert Beiswanger. I hope you're having a great Monday, getting a leg up on the week with a nice President's Day holiday for some of you. Well, it's President's Day for everyone, I guess, but day off for some. So enjoy it. Hope you had a great weekend. Fantastic sports weekend. Sports day yesterday. I had four screens going at one time, and at one point, I don't think one of those screens was on some kind of a stick and ball sport, right? So you had hockey, USA, Canada, Pebble Beach, Daytona 500, and a little horse racing. Always a little horse racing here off the rails, but fantastic day. Pebble Beach tournament, PGA, awesome tournament. Scotty Scheffler, what a round! I think he was 8 under his first 9 holes. He came out of the clouds, came out of the gate like the thoroughbred golfer that he is, and just had a spectacular round. Three eagles in one round of golf. That's insane. But overall, huge logjam at the top. 8 people within range to win that thing, and Colin Morikawa comes through. So he's bounced back, and he's playing super golf now, and wins a really tough tournament, especially with the very conditions. So that tournament had everything. It had sun and beauty on Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday, weather came in overcast. If you've ever been to that area, it happens all the time. Overcast, rain, wind, you name it. But awesome day with Pebble Beach. And then you had USA Canada. So the Winter Olympics in general has occupied a serious amount of my time to the point where I'm getting a little burned out. But I'm telling you, I'm still geeked out on curling. No end in curling is the same. By end, I mean frame. Instead of a frame or a game, they call them ends. All right, so they play 10 ends in the team stuff. So I've been watching that. Fascinating stuff. Cross country skiing, biathlon. A lot of the alpine stuff is wrapping up now. We're into the bobsled. So the sliding course, we've had luge, skeleton, now the bobsled. I love it all. Listen, it only comes around every 4 years, so embrace it. It's a chance to watch different things. And men's hockey is ramping up now. USA and Canada are on the collision course as they are on the women's side. But the men's hockey's been a little tough to watch because USA and Canada are just on another level, and without Russia there, it really messes the balance, the competitive balance, if you will, the depth of that tournament up on the men's side because Russia would be loaded. They would be loaded, and a lot of fun because there's a lot of good NHLers. Nikita Kucherov, obviously Alexander Ovechkin, just to name a few. But anyway, Russia's not allowed to play. So we watched USA and Germany yesterday in the last game of their round robin, and they took care of business 5-1. So USA has not looked great to me. Not Canada good, but everyone else is just so much lower as far as depth, strength, skill. Um, yeah, it's just going to be USA, Canada. Sweden should be really good, but they've been choppy. So I'm a little surprised by Sweden. Sweden, Finland are the other two countries right there. Finland, great jerseys, by the way. Actually, all of the hockey jerseys have been pretty awesome to look at. I think they did a good job with those jerseys. Finland's really looks good, but they all look good. Anyway, Daytona 500 yesterday. Tyler Reddick wins it, coming down the stretch. So there's two things you can rely on with a Daytona 500. Boring. Well, there's a few things. Always a chance of rain. So even Florida in a drought had a chance of rain. Well, they did get rain in the evening, late afternoon, evening. So they moved the race up to get it in. That worked. Good move. Lots of crashes just because it's pack racing. It's just lap after lap, pack racing. So you get that throughout the race, and then uh, not completing laps, the closing laps without wrecking, including the last lap. So the last lap ends, cars are sliding all over the place, crashing into each other. But Tyler Reddick closes the door and wins the race, gets to the finish line, avoids all that stuff, and he wins the Daytona 500. And that's about the best I can say of the Daytona 500 is that it is the best I can say about it is it kind of kicks off the racing weekend or the racing season. I'm sorry. So whether you watch NASCAR a lot or don't, it's just stateside. It kicks off the racing season. And now I'm really fired up to for IndyCar to kick off in St. Petersburg, March 1st. I think the season is going to be phenomenal. I love the schedule. They come out of the gate with 3 races in a row, no gaps. That's the way to do it. Thank you, Fox, and your influence. Once you start a season, let's get this thing rolling. And that's what they're going to do this year. I think they're going to have a great season. Fox continues to be an absolute gem of a partner. They're more than just a broadcast partner for IndyCar. Remember, they're part owner of the series now. So their fingerprints are all over this. We will have the St. Pete Grand Prix, then we've got the Phoenix and have a doubleheader with NASCAR. Thank you, Fox, for that for pulling that together. And then the Grand Prix of Arlington down in Dallas. That is going to be awesome. Tons of people, organizations involved in planning this event. Dallas Cowboys influence, Texas Rangers influence, just to name a few. They're going to race around their stadiums there. So looking forward to that. Looking for the whole season. Got the Freedom 250 in Washington, D.C. that was just announced not too long ago. That is, I mean, that's a huge, huge deal for IndyCar because that could have been, you know, someone else, NASCAR, getting that event. But IndyCar gets it through the streets of Washington, D.C., celebrating the 250 for the United States of America. So we'll talk more IndyCar, but suffice to say, I am looking forward to the season. Thanks for kicking it off, NASCAR with the Daytona 500, but we're looking forward to the IndyCar season here soon. Hey, NBA, I forgot the All-Star game was yesterday. Seriously, totally off the radar. Too much else going on. By the time I looked up, the All-Star game was over. So that's weird. I don't really watch the All-Star game, but I'll tell you what's got me, the NBA on my mind is the whole tanking thing that's come up. All right, the Pacers just got fined for tanking. Now that's hilarious because Adam Silver's coming out and really, we're waiting till now to punish. Like we're going to punish the Indiana Pacers when this has been going on for years. The Pacers have been through a lot. All right, they started the season, well, they ended the season losing their best player in the championship game, right? Halliburton, Game 7, cost them a chance to win the championship, cost them this season. They've had nothing but a myriad of injuries, including most recently what I think would be a very important rotational player moving forward for the Pacers, and Johnny Furphy. Furph tears his ACL. They've been through a lot. So, as an organization, for the NBA to come down on the Pacers for this, completely ridiculous. And this is a league, by the way, that they've tried to address this. Adam Silver has tried to address this, but this whole load management stuff that the NBA did forever. I mean, you've had teams like the Sixers, I think, picked in the top 5 3 or 4 years in a row. I mean, the Pacers have never been in this situation. I mean, it's been a long time since they've been in this situation. They've had a lot of bad breaks along the way. So, NBA, back off the Pacers. Pacers, you do what you got to do. I mean, they're juggling a bunch of injuries. If any team deserves to, I mean, with the record that they have, sorry, but they can't afford more guys to go down this time of year in a meaningless season when they're going to have trouble getting all the pieces pulled together for next season. So I don't know. That just these comments that came out from Adam Silver and the fine really bugs me, and yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. This is a league, by the way, that stole an entire season from the Pacers with the Palace and the Malice. the Malice in the Palace in 2005. Pacers were the best team in the NBA, and they got the most severely punished for that. When, quite frankly, the Pistons are the ones that started the whole thing. So, I don't know. This has nothing to do with that. I get it, but suffice to say, uh, let up on the Pacers, and I don't know. There's a lot of things that the NBA needs to address: integrity of the game, officiating, all that kind of stuff on an ongoing basis. So I don't know. I hope the Pacers get a top four pick because they need it. All right, my White Sox. Here we are, baseball season right around the corner. Really, really fired up about the White Sox um, over the last year. Just things that they've been doing to rebuild. But then they go White Sox as an organization. Um, their general manager Chris Getz. They made a trade recently, um, and he's made comments on like four occasions about Acuna, the player that they got for Luis Robert, being a switch hitter. How he's so multi-talented, switch hitter, blah blah. He's not a switch hitter. So this looks really, really stupid. And I would like to give Getz a pass, except for the fact that he said it four different times. I kind of didn't understand the trade in the first place. Luis Robert is 3 seasons removed from being one of the best all around hitters in the American League. So he's in a contract year. I say go into the season. When he's healthy, he's arguably the best defensive center fielder in the league and a heck of a hitter. He's hurt all the time. They made a trade for a 5'8" infielder. They loaded an infield. So I questioned the trade in the first place. But now you got me thinking, did Chris Getz think he was getting a switch hitter? That can't be true. But he said it four times. So they look stupid with that. But worse than that, this is a thought out process here. White Sox marketing team, what are you doing? Who who is creating the content and who is approving the content? I'm a White Sox fan and I'm a marketing professional. Uh, I can help. They did a so for Black History Month. They sent out some social media posts about you know impactful um, occasions or firsts for black players, or those within the organization, general manager, what have you, over the course of history, right? And I'm not going to go through all of them, but not not one mention of the best player in White Sox history, Frank Thomas, 5-time All Star, 2-time AL MVP, and World Series champion. Crazy. Is that nuts? Um, Frank, I think, was hurt that World Series year. I think he was still on the roster. But nonetheless, that's insane. That is absolutely insane to have the best player in franchise history not be on this list of how many ever they had. I saw the graphic I saw had 8. Tim Anderson, batting title. First black White Sox player to win a batting title. No mention of that. They come out of the gate. I could argue they probably have more content planned now because they're scrambling. But man, they come out of the gate that way. Just looks so stupid. I am sick and tired of defending this organization. I think I don't like the trade of Luis Robert, but whatever. To follow that up with Chris Getz' comments about Acuna being a switch hitter, weird. And then this is just tone deaf ridiculousness by this organization. So I don't know what to do. It's my team. I can't do anything about that because it's my team, and it will always be my team. And I have Cubs fans that say, well, "Why do you like the White Sox?" Because I do. Okay? Don't worry about it. People are so worried about why you like something or don't like something. Do you get up in the morning and really worry about that stuff? I don't. And when it comes to my sports teams, I'm not going to apologize for it. That's who I like. Anyway, I'm going to try to forget about that. Focus on spring training and the upcoming World Baseball Classic. Hey, Gonna get back to the Olympics. Gonna watch some more curling today. You get a leg up on the week and enjoy yourselves. Take some time off on this day if you can. And we'll talk soon. Have a good day.